3rd, 2024, and it is a super windy day here in South Carolina. It's actually supposed to get worse here towards the afternoon. That's why I'm trying to go ahead and get today's video filmed before the wind really picks up. I really want to do this outside opposed to inside the house. I've already tried filming this a couple times. The wind's been blowing so bad. It seems like it slowed down here for a second, so I'm gonna try to get this video done. Sorry that if I haven't gotten to everybody's comments from yesterday's video. Like I said, my kids are out of school right now, and they are a handful. And it's been a lot, you know. Usually they're at school, but you know, it's just I'm trying to keep them entertained, do stuff with them, and you know, make them breakfast and lunch and all that kind of stuff. It's just hard, you know, dealing with that. And my daughter still has yet to get her truck back, so there's, you know, we're constantly trying to drive her back and forth to work and school and all kinds of stuff. This is off topic, but we just got a phone call, well, I did just a little bit ago, from the body shop, and they said that my daughter's truck is ready. So I'm going to be taking her at 3 o'clock to go pick that up. Thank you. We are so ready for her to have her vehicle back, because she has a lot of places to be, and we have been driving her all over. We have been her personal chauffeurs now for like a month and a half, and it's been pretty tough. But anyway, in today's video, I want to talk about a message to loved ones. And I've done something similar to this before, but today's video, I want to talk about something in particular as a message to loved ones. And when I say a message to loved ones, I mean a message to loved ones of anyone who has someone in their life that either has AUD or is addicted to any type of substance or whatever it may be. So that could be either your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your husband, your wife, your cousin, your friend, whoever it is. If you have anybody that you're really close to that has suffered from addiction in any sort of type, this is a video for you today. And this video could be for anybody, really. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people going to be watching this who, you know, actually are suffering from, you know, an addiction or whatever. But what I want to talk about today is, it's kind of hard to describe, but basically, and another thing I wanted to add too is that if in fact you have a loved one in your life and you've decided to remove them out of your life, well, this probably wouldn't pertain to you. This more or less pertains to people that have someone in their life and they've decided to keep them around. And you know, I understand there are certain circumstances where things have just occurred where you just can no longer keep that person around, even if they have removed the substance of whatever it may be out of their life. Things happen, I get that, and sometimes things happen that are just unforgivable and you just can't move on. Now, you know, there are things, you know, you can forgive, but you don't ever have to, you know, deal with that person again, and I totally understand. There are just some things that you just can't move past. I totally get that. But today's video for people who actually have somebody in their life that has been addicted to a substance and has removed that substance from their life. And I'm speaking about this from personal experience. I'm not gonna, you know, talk about how it coincides in my life. It's kind of personal, but it was just on my mind today, and I was thinking about it, and I figured that this would be a good day to make a video about this because I think it's rather important. And what I want to talk about today is, you know, basically moving on. I guess the best way to put this would be is that when someone removes something out of their life, whether it be booze or whatever substance, that is a very difficult task to do. And for any of you guys that are watching this video who have removed something from your life, whether it be booze or whatever, you know how difficult that was. And I've talked about it before. It's like you know, leaving your best friend, not hanging out with them anymore. It can be rather difficult. And I've got to say, it's probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. I never thought it was going to be possible. And when I actually did finally get it out of my life, I was really proud of the fact that I had done so. And for any of you guys out there who ever removed it from your life, I am so proud of you. It's not easy. And like I've talked about before, this isn't something that we chose to do. This isn't a path that we decided that we wanted to go down. No one makes that decision. It just happens, you know, gradually over time. Our continued usage takes us down a path where we become addicted and we can't step away from that substance, whatever it may be. And when we finally do get it out of our lives, the struggle is so real. And when we do that, the pride that we have, how proud of ourselves that we are, is, I'm telling you, it's amazing. To know that you have been able to defeat that. And every day is a struggle. Every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't struggle a little bit or either a lot. You know, and I've talked about this, but even with my health problems, I still have cravings. I still have days where I just don't feel right. I get depressed, whatever it may be. But, you know, you're really proud of yourself that you were actually able to get that out of your life. And what I want to talk about today is, if that individual, whoever that is in your life, anytime that an argument comes up or whatever it may be, don't harp on that anymore. I can't tell you how that feels to someone that has actually been able to remove that from their life, to continue to keep hearing about it all the time. Anytime there's an argument or something, you know, well, you used to be a drunk, or you used to do this when you drank, or, you know, now if you are to get upset about something, there's always this idea that you're going to explode because you used to do that when you drank, and that's not the case. Now, it might be for some people. You know, some people, you know, it doesn't matter. They're gonna be who they are. But a lot of us, I would say majority of us, our personalities were totally different when we drank. And when we've removed it from our life, we go back to being ourselves. And for a lot of us, I think a lot of us are really sensitive people. I know I am myself. I get offended very easily sometimes. I get my feelings hurt really easily. I'm a very sensitive person. I would say more than anything, I just get my feelings hurt really easily. I mean, very easy. Especially like if you go out of your way to do something and somebody doesn't say thank you or something, you know, that can hurt, you know, our feelings sometimes. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about today. What I really want to talk about is not continue to harp on the fact of what that person used to do. It's time to move on. It's time to forgive them. Unless they have done something that is just totally, you know, unforgivable, you can't move past it, and you've had to remove that person from your life. But if you've kept them around, don't bring it up anymore. Unless they want to bring it up to you, unless it's something, a conversation that they initiate with you, don't bring it up. You know, the thing is with this, there's a lot of guilt and shame that comes along with this, especially after we've removed it from our life. You know, we have to go back, and there's a constant thought process of, I can't believe that I did that. I can't believe that I drank that way or used the way that I did. And I'm telling you, there's so much guilt and shame that comes along with this. We already beat ourselves up enough as it is already. It's already tough enough just day by day, just thinking about, and it's hard sometimes not to think about what happened in the past, how much that we used to use, and the things that we kind of gave up on, you know, our attention to our families, our attention to everything, because we got so deep into our addiction that we gave up on everything else. And when we finally remove that from our life and we start living our life again, we start to recognize the things that we were just passing up on every day. The time that we weren't spending with our children, the time that we weren't spending with our wife or our loved ones, because we decided that we would rather be deep in the bottle or whatever it is, opposed to that. So like I said, there's a lot of shame that comes along with this. Alright guys, but like I was saying, there's a lot of guilt and shame that comes along with this. And unless they're just a complete narcissist, they already beat themselves up enough as it is. And like I said, there is a lot of guilt. They're constantly thinking about all the times they missed doing things with people, their loved ones, spending time with their friends and their family, because they chose to spend time with the bottle or their substance opposed to doing things that were more important. And when you remove that substance, you really start thinking about all the times that you missed out on. There is so much self beating up that we do to ourselves as it is. And any time that there's a small argument or whatever, and if it gets brought up, it can be really hurtful, and it can really make that person start taking steps backwards, really start to question their sobriety. Is this really worth it? I know for myself, I've had those thoughts before. Should I be doing this? If I were to go take a drink right now, all this would go away. I wouldn't have to think about this anymore. And that's just not a good way to think. We need as much support as we can, especially after we've gotten sober. Because like I said, every day is a struggle. It is literally living day to day. Every single day. I mean, it's every hour, it's every second almost. And the further that you get out in your sobriety, the less that you think about it, but especially in the beginning of someone's sobriety. If I am telling you guys anything, and I can promise you this, whatever happened in the past, there's a time that you might be able to talk about it, but please let them have their time of sobriety to get their legs. And maybe that's a setting for maybe having some kind of mediator or something like that, because I understand it. There's things that maybe need to be talked about. There's things that you might be dealing with, and I'm sure there are. We can be very hurtful, deceitful when we're deep into our addictions. The lying that we do, and I get it, that hurts. That really does hurt people. But the thing is that we'll do anything that we can to protect our substance, to protect the fact that we want to be able to get intoxicated. And we will lie, we will cheat, we will steal, we'll do anything in order to, now I'm not saying everybody, but for a lot of us, we will, and we did, in order to protect our getting intoxicated. We just want to be able to do it. So we will lie, we will hide that bottle that you'll come across, because we forgot we hid it in the microwave or the oven at 3 o'clock in the morning. When we were just blacked out. I get it. I know that's got to be so hurtful. I've never been on the other side. I've had friends like that, but I've never really experienced it as far as like having like a spouse or somebody super close to me that's had an addiction problem. I've had a lot of friends over the years, but never anybody really in my family. But like I'm saying, it's not a good idea to bring it up, continue to beat that person up about what happened in the past. Please just give them some time, and maybe, like I said, maybe have a conversation with somebody as a mediator, a counselor, or something like that, because I get it. There are things that you're going to need to talk about. There are things that we have to discuss at some point, but there's a time and a place for that. But at the end of the day, the point of this video is that if you have a loved one in your family or whatever, don't keep going back and bringing up the past and keep telling them things that they did. And anytime that you get upset with them, you start pointing fingers about the fact that they were a drunk or they did this and they did that. If you've decided to keep that person in your life, support that person. This is the hardest thing they've probably ever done, and it's such a struggle. And anytime that happens, you really are making that person really start to double think or rethink what they're doing. Is this the right move? Is being sober, is this the right way to go? Because I could have a drink right now and all this would disappear. So with that said, guys, I just wanted to bring up that little topic today. It was on my mind this morning, and I just wanted to talk about it. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. I've got a whole bunch of really good ideas coming up this week. Like I said, I'm gonna probably do a live video. Actually, I'm gonna do a live video on Saturday. I'm gonna do it at 11 or 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll let you guys know exactly what time tomorrow, probably. But right now I'm probably planning on noon on Saturday doing the live video. So I'm really looking forward to having you guys there. You can ask me anything you like. I'd love to see you guys hop on. I get it if some of you guys can't make it, totally understand that. But for any of you guys who would like to come on, I'd love to see you there. Like I said, it's an open floor. You guys can ask me anything. I'm totally cool with it. And if I don't feel comfortable with whatever you've asked me, I'll just say I don't want to answer that. Pretty much the only thing I don't want to talk about is just my name and my exact location. I just, like I said, I'd like to stay anonymous right now. But other than that, guys, that's it. And I hope you guys had a wonderful day today. I really appreciate you watching today's video. And until tomorrow, I will see y'all then. Bye-bye.